Long before the world knew celebration, there was a story written in patience, faith, and unimaginable trust. A story that did not begin with joy, but with trials. A story that still echoes through time every year during Eid al-Adha. Why would a father be tested in a way that touches the deepest part of his heart? Why would faith require something that seems beyond human strength? To understand Eid al-Adha, we must travel back to the life of a man whose name became a symbol of unwavering devotion, Prophet Ibrahim. Chapter 1. A life of waiting and prayer. Prophet Ibrahim lived a life filled with patience and longing. For many years, he had no child. In a time when family lineage meant everything, this was not a small test. It was a deep emotional struggle. Yet he never turned away from faith. Instead, he turned toward it even more. He prayed with sincerity, with hope that even time could not weaken. And when Allah answered his prayers, it was not just a blessing. It was a miracle. A son was born, Prophet Ismail, a child he waited for many years, a child he loved deeply, a child who became the center of his heart. But sometimes, love itself becomes part of the test. Chapter 2. The dream that changed everything one night. Prophet Ibrahim saw a dream that was not ordinary, but a command from Allah. He was instructed to sacrifice his beloved son. Imagine the weight of that moment. A father who waited years for a child, now facing a command that tests the very meaning of love and obedience. But for Ibrahim, faith was not based on comfort. It was based on submission. He understood that true devotion is not what feels easy, but what remains firm when everything becomes difficult. Chapter 3. The response of a son. When Ibrahim shared the command with Prophet Ismail, something extraordinary happened. There was no rebellion, no fear that overcame faith. Instead, Ismail responded with calmness and trust beyond his years. He accepted the will of Allah with patience and courage. It was not just obedience. It was pure submission. A father and son, both tested in the deepest way imaginable, yet both standing firm in faith. Chapter 4. The moment of sacrifice. They walked together to the place of sacrifice. Silence surrounded them. The weight of the moment was heavier than words could carry. Ibrahim prepared himself, not because it was easy, but because obedience sometimes requires walking through pain with trust in Allah. And at the final moment, when everything seemed to reach its peak, Allah intervened with mercy. The sacrifice was accepted, but Ismail was spared. Instead, a ram was provided as a divine replacement. It was never about loss. It was about faith, sincerity, and complete trust in Allah's wisdom. Chapter 5. The meaning behind Eid al-Adha. From that moment, Eid al-Adha became more than a historical event. It became a reminder for all generations. A reminder that sacrifice is not only physical, it is spiritual. True sacrifice is letting go of ego, overcoming desires that pull us away from good, choosing obedience over comfort, trusting Allah even when we do not understand the path. Eid teaches us that faith is not proven in ease, but in difficulty. Chapter 6. Lessons from the Prophets. The story of Ibrahim is not alone in teaching humanity. Other prophets also showed similar truths. Prophet Nuh stood firm for years despite rejection, teaching patience. Prophet Yunus called upon Allah from darkness, teaching hope in despair. Prophet Yusuf faced betrayal and hardship, yet rose to honor through patience and trust. Each story carries one message: faith is tested, but never abandoned. Eid al-Adha is not only about celebration. It is about remembering what true faith means. It is about understanding that sometimes Allah tests not to break us, but to elevate us. And as we celebrate, we must also reflect. Because real sacrifice is not only in history, it is in our daily choices, our struggles, and our willingness to stay faithful even when life becomes unclear. So when Eid comes, remember this: faith is not what you say. Faith is what you are willing to give up for what is right. And that is the eternal lesson of Eid al-Adha.